Have you ever wondered why some people in their 80s and 90s are still hiking mountains and learning new skills, while others seem to get old way faster? The truth might surprise you. It's not just about luck or good genes. In this video, I'm going to share 9 secrets that science has discovered about staying healthy and happy as you age. And the best part? You can start using these secrets today, no matter how old you are. Stay with me to learn what researchers have found that most people never hear about. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something that affects all of us, getting older, but not in the way you might think. We're not going to focus on wrinkles or gray hair. We're going to look at what really matters, how to keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your spirit alive as you age. Scientists have been studying people who live long, healthy lives, and they found some surprising patterns. These aren't the usual things like eat your vegetables or exercise more, though those are important too. These are the hidden factors that make a huge difference, but often get overlooked. Let's dive in with the first secret. The first secret is something scientists call micro-social connections. These are the small, everyday moments when you talk to someone, even for just a minute or two. Imagine greeting the mail carrier, chatting with a cashier, or waving to your neighbor walking their dog. These tiny moments might seem like nothing special, but research from Brigham Young University shows they're actually super important for your health. When these small social moments disappear from your life, your body actually notices. Your brain starts to change, and your immune system, the part of your body that fights illness, gets weaker. Dr. Julianne Holt-Lundstad, who studies this, found that people with regular social connections, even small ones, have a 50% better chance of living longer than people who become isolated. Here's what happens. Each time you have a positive interaction with someone, your body releases feel-good chemicals like oxytocin. These chemicals reduce stress and inflammation in your body. They tell your brain, you belong here, you matter. Even if you're not a super social person, these quick hello moments throughout your day add up in a big way. They keep your social skills working and give your day structure. So if you want to stay healthy as you age, don't underestimate the power of saying good morning to the barista or chatting with the person next to you on the bus. Those tiny moments are like vitamins for your brain and body. The second secret might surprise you. It's not about exercise, at least not the way most people think about it. It's about everyday movement. Studies from the National Institute on Aging show that what really helps people stay healthy as they age isn't intense workouts at the gym. It's having a day filled with normal movements. Getting up, sitting down, reaching, bending, walking to different rooms. Here's something interesting. Researchers found that many older adults start to limit their movements because they're afraid of falling or getting hurt. That makes sense, right? But here's the problem. When you stop moving in certain ways, your body actually forgets how to do those movements safely. Dr. Ann Newman from the University of Pittsburgh discovered that older adults who kept doing everyday activities like gardening, cooking, or walking to get their mail had stronger muscles and better balance than people who started avoiding these movements. Your body's like a garden. It needs regular tending. When you stop using certain muscles, they weaken faster than you might think. And once they weaken, moving becomes harder and scarier, creating a cycle that's tough to break. But the good news is you don't need special equipment or hard workouts. Simple movements throughout your day, reaching for something on a high shelf, bending to tie your shoes, or walking to the mailbox. These all count. They all help keep your muscles strong and your balance steady. So instead of thinking, I need to exercise more, think I need to move more throughout my day. The third secret is about something we're around every day, but rarely think about: light. Scientists at the National Institute of Health found that proper light exposure might be one of the most overlooked factors in healthy aging. Here's how it works. Your body has an internal clock called your circadian rhythm. This clock controls almost everything in your body. When you feel hungry, when you feel sleepy, when your body repairs itself, and even how well your memory works. And what controls this clock? Light, especially morning sunlight. When you get bright natural light in the morning, it tells your brain, it's daytime, time to be alert. This sets your internal clock for the whole day. Later, when it gets dark, your brain knows it's time to release melatonin, the chemical that helps you sleep deeply. But many older adults don't get enough natural light during the day. They stay indoors more, especially in winter. Then at night, they get too much artificial light from TVs, phones, and bright lamps. This confuses the body's clock, and research from Dr. Phyllis Z at Northwestern University shows this disruption can lead to poor sleep, weaker immune function, and even faster brain aging. Here's something simple you can try. Spend 10 to 15 minutes outside in the morning. If you can't go outside, sit by a bright window. Then in the evening, dim your lights an hour before bed and reduce screen time. This simple change can improve your sleep, your mood, and even your memory. And if you're over 70, it's even more important because your eyes actually let in less light as you age, so you need more exposure to get the same benefit. The fourth secret is about emotions, specifically the ones many people think they should just get over. By the time someone reaches their 80s, they've usually experienced a lot of loss. Friends, family members, maybe a spouse. And while everyone knows loss is hard, what many people don't realize is how much unprocessed grief can affect your physical health. Research from the University of Birmingham shows that emotional pain doesn't just stay in your mind, it shows up in your body too. When you push down feelings of sadness, loneliness, or even anger, your body responds with increased inflammation, higher stress hormones, and a weakened immune system. Dr. Robert Waldinger, who leads the longest study on adult life ever conducted at Harvard, found that people who had healthy ways to express and process their emotions lived longer and stayed mentally sharper than those who kept everything bottled up. It doesn't mean you need to cry all the time or talk about your feelings constantly, but finding some way to acknowledge and express what you're feeling, whether that's talking with a friend, writing in a journal, creating art, or even just allowing yourself to feel sad when you need to, can make a huge difference to your health. Remember George from our opening example? After his wife died, he tried to be strong and not show his grief. Within a year, his health declined dramatically, not because he was sick, but because his body was carrying emotions that needed to be released. So if you're holding on to old hurts or losses, finding ways to gently process those feelings isn't just good for your mind. It might actually help you live longer. And before we go to the fifth secret, if you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more science-based health information that can help you live your best life at any age. The fifth secret is about food, but not in the way you might expect. It's not about superfoods or special diets. It's about when you eat. Scientists at the Salk Institute have discovered something fascinating. When you eat might matter just as much as what you eat, especially as you age. Our bodies have biological clocks that control how we process food. These clocks work best when we eat during daylight hours and give our digestive system a break at night. Dr. Sachin Panda, who studies this, found that older adults who limited their eating to a 10 to 12-hour window during the day, for example, eating only between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m., showed impressive health improvements, better sleep, more energy, and even better blood sugar control. This approach is sometimes called time-restricted eating, and it's not the same as skipping meals or starving yourself. You're still eating enough food, just within a shorter time frame each day. Why does this work? As we age, our metabolism slows down and becomes less flexible. When we eat late at night or snack around the clock, our digestive system never gets to rest and repair. This puts stress on our body and can lead to inflammation. Many centenarians, people who live to 100 or beyond, naturally follow this pattern without even trying. They eat a good breakfast, a reasonable lunch, and a lighter earlier dinner. Then they give their bodies a break until morning. Studies from Dr. Walter Longo at USC show that these regular fasting periods allow your cells to trigger special cleaning mechanisms that remove damaged parts and reduce inflammation. It's like giving your body time to take out the trash and do repairs. The best part is that this approach is free and doesn't require special foods. You can start by just moving your dinner a little earlier and avoiding late-night snacks. Your body will thank you for the rest. The sixth secret is about keeping your brain young through the power of novelty and learning. Most people know that brain games like crossword puzzles can help keep your mind sharp. But research from the University of Texas at Dallas shows that these familiar puzzles might not be enough. What really helps is learning completely new skills. Dr. Denise Park conducted a study where older adults took up brand new hobbies like digital photography, quilting, or learning a musical instrument. The results were remarkable. After just 3 months, their memory and thinking skills improved significantly. Their brains actually started working more like younger brains. Why does this happen? When you learn something totally new, your brain forms new connections between cells. This process, called neuroplasticity, was once thought to stop in childhood. Now we know it continues throughout life. You just need the right triggers. The key is that the activity needs to be new and challenging enough that you can't do it automatically. It should make you think hard and maybe even feel a little uncomfortable at first. Many people in their 80s and 90s make the mistake of sticking only with what's familiar. They watch the same TV shows, take the same walks, and do the same activities they've always done. While routines are comforting, they don't challenge your brain to grow. People who stay mentally sharp into their 90s and beyond, like the famous pianist Ruth Slenczynska, who still performed concerts at 98, consistently push themselves to learn new things. This doesn't mean you need to learn rocket science. It could be as simple as learning to cook dishes from a different culture, taking up a new craft or hobby, learning a few words in a new language each day, taking a different route when you walk, learning to use a new technology. Each time you do something new, your brain responds by building more connections, which gives you more cognitive reserve, extra brain capacity that protects you against age-related decline. The seventh secret might be the most powerful of all. It's about having a reason to get up in the morning. Scientists call this purpose in life, and research from Rush University Medical Center shows it might be one of the strongest predictors of how long and how well you'll live. Now, I'm not talking about some grand mission to change the world. Purpose can be simple: taking care of a pet, tending a garden, volunteering once a week, or being there for family members who need you. What matters is that you feel needed and that your days have meaning and structure. Dr. Patricia Boyle found that people with a strong sense of purpose were 2.4 times less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. They also had better physical function and recovered from illness faster. Why does purpose matter so much? When you have something meaningful to do, your brain releases chemicals that fight inflammation and boost your immune system. Having purpose also encourages you to take better care of yourself. But here's what often happens after retirement or as people age. Those built-in purposes disappear. Work routines end. Family roles change. Health issues might limit what you can do. And if new purposes don't replace the old ones, health can decline rapidly. The good news is that purpose doesn't have to be complicated. It could be calling a friend who's alone, feeding birds in your yard, or writing down family stories for future generations. What matters is that it feels meaningful to you. The eighth secret is something you're doing right now without even thinking about it: breathing. But most people don't realize how powerfully it affects brain health, especially as we age. Researchers at Trinity College Dublin discovered that the way we breathe directly impacts chemicals that protect our brain. Each breath you take affects something called cerebrospinal fluid, the special liquid that washes your brain and removes harmful proteins. Dr. Christian Bredesen, a neurologist who studies brain aging, found that many older adults develop shallow breathing patterns over time. This reduces oxygen flow to the brain and slows down the brain's cleaning system. What's even more interesting is that many people who live into their 90s and beyond naturally maintain deeper breathing patterns. They tend to breathe more from their diaphragm, the muscle below your lungs, rather than taking shallow chest breaths. Simple breathing exercises can make a big difference. One study from the University of California showed that just 5 minutes of slow, deep breathing daily improved memory and reduced anxiety in older adults. Try this. Place one hand on your belly and one on your chest. Take a slow breath in through your nose for a count of 4, making sure your belly hand moves more than your chest hand. Hold for a second, then slowly breathe out through your mouth for a count of 6. Doing this for just a few minutes each day strengthens your breathing muscles and increases oxygen to your brain. This kind of breathing also activates your vagus nerve, a key nerve that connects your brain to your organs and helps manage stress. As we age, keeping this nerve active helps maintain better digestion, heart health, and brain function. Many people in their 80s notice their breathing has become more shallow over time without realizing it. Simply bringing awareness back to deeper breathing can have surprising benefits for energy, sleep, and thinking clearly. The ninth secret comes from research on what scientists call nature therapy, and it's more powerful than most medications for many age-related concerns. Research from the University of Edinburgh shows that spending time in natural settings, parks, gardens, forests, Even just looking at trees has measurable effects on the body that specifically benefit older adults. When you spend just 20 minutes in a natural environment, your levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, drop significantly. Your blood pressure lowers, your heart rate becomes more balanced, and perhaps most impressively, your immune system gets a boost. Dr. Ching Li, who studies forest medicine in Japan, found that natural environments expose us to beneficial compounds called phytoncides, natural oils that trees and plants release into the air. These compounds actually increase your body's production of NK cells, natural killer cells, that help fight disease. What's fascinating is that many centenarian communities around the world share this trait: regular daily exposure to nature. They garden, walk outdoors, or simply sit outside watching birds and plants. For older adults who may have mobility limitations, even having plants in your home or looking at nature through a window has measurable benefits. One famous study in a nursing home found that residents whose rooms had a view of trees recovered from illness faster and needed less pain medication than those whose windows faced a brick wall. As we age, our connection to the natural world often decreases just when we need it most. Many older adults find themselves spending 90% of their time indoors, cut off from nature's healing effects. Try spending 20 to 30 minutes outside each day, or bring nature indoors with plants and natural materials. Your body knows how to respond to these natural elements, even after decades of city living. So there you have it, 9 secrets that science has discovered about healthy aging. Small social connections matter more than we thought. Everyday movements keep you strong. Light exposure sets your body's clock. Emotional health affects physical health. Food timing may matter more than diet itself. Learning new skills rebuilds your brain. Purpose gives your body a reason to stay healthy. Breathing patterns affect brain health. Nature exposure heals in ways medicine can't. What's amazing about these 9 factors is that they don't require money, special equipment, or even perfect health to start using them. You can begin incorporating them into your life today, no matter your age or situation. The science is clear. Aging isn't just about genetics or luck. It's about the small choices we make every day that either build health or slowly chip away at it. So which of these 9 secrets will you focus on first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more science-based health information that can help you live your best life at any age. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.